Welcome to another episode of Mental Wellness Insights. Today we are speaking about epilepsy, a disease that not many people have proper knowledge about. There are so many myths about epilepsy, but we are glad that we are having two epileptic ambassadors who are ready to speak to us and to educate us more about epilepsy. Thank you very much for accepting to do this. It is very important for the society, and we know that what you are doing will bless a lot of people. We will start by requesting that you introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Madam Pauline Kimeu. I'm an epilepsy ambassador.
Thank you very much. I'm also going to introduce my name here. My name's Daniel Otieno Kelo, and I'm an epilepsy ambassador in Kenya. I can say in Kenya because most of people in Kenya doesn't know what epilepsy is. So that is why I'm calling myself an ambassador of epilepsy.
Thank you very much. Yes, you say it's very true. Most people do not know what epilepsy is. And so we will start by saying what it is.
Yeah.
What is epilepsy? And any of you can take it.
Epilepsy is just a condition like any other, though many people think it's a disease. That is why many people are not happy about being told they have epilepsy. But that is just a brain condition. Just as the way others say you have hypertension, you have blood pressure, it's just a brain condition that comes in as your life goes on. It can get anyone at any age, so it's not good to say that you are epileptic, so you can't do anything in this life.
Yeah, you can add to that.
I think according to what my fellow colleagues say, what I can add there, just to say about epilepsy. It's just epilepsy, just a condition, as it has been said by my colleague. It is a condition which can be treated and also can be managed, because this type of a condition most likely it came differently. So there are some which are being managed, but on the other hand, they are also being treated. So to the entire Kenyan, or to the entire people who doesn't know that epilepsy is a condition, or people, those who think that epilepsy is just a disease which has been brought up from the family or the other departments, and it cannot be treated, and it can also just be treated from the witch doctors or from the other departments. I want them to know that epilepsy is just a condition in the brain, and it is just something which affects the brain system, and in the brain system which has been affected, it can also affect a small part in that brain, which brings to an injury in the brain. So that an injury which has been interfered with is what call it an epilepsy.
Thank you.
Yes.
You talk about injury in the brain.
Yes.
At what point could this injury be? That means I'm asking, at what point does one get epilepsy? Previously, people thought that maybe people are born with it, or you can get it only when you are young and then grow with it. Can you be born without epilepsy and then get epilepsy in adulthood?
Yes, epilepsy is coming in different types, in different ways, and there are some which are you can get some a small baby who has been born and start convulsing immediately. So that if you see such a kind of a child start convulsing immediately after birth, bring to us that there was a problem, or during the birth period, when if the mother delayed with the time of birth, and that delay brings to bring the delay to the brain of the baby, and it lets the baby not to come out normally, because due to lack of oxygen during that birth period.
So in other words, we are saying that injury at birth can be one of the causes.
Yeah, that can be one. All obvious. It's one of the causes.
Yeah.
Because it is started immediately at the birth, but when the baby is still inside the womb, there is no way. If even a mother is an epileptic, can that condition be have to be given to the child in the womb? But it is just come when at the point of the delivery.
So are we saying that an epileptic mother, epilepsy is not inherited? Is that what you are saying, madam?
Yes, sure. Epilepsy is not inherited. Inheritance, if I can say, is just like 5%. Most of it has to do with brain injuries, just as my colleague has been telling you. Because these brain injuries come in different types. So inheritance, I can say, may I give it 0, though it is about 5%, because sometimes it is there.
Now, I want us to, you have called yourself ambassadors.
Yes.
I want you people, request that you explain to us what you mean by being ambassadors.
Okay, I'll explain myself. Me saying that I am an ambassador, epilepsy ambassador. First of all, if I can say, I am also an epilepsy patient, but I have gone through it. That is, I was not born with epilepsy. I understood about epilepsy when I was around 14 years, around that year, 14, 15 years. All through, I have gone through many things, but through it all, I have survived. I have gone to school, I have learned well, I have gone through campus, and now I'm also in the medicational part. I'm also dealing with such people. So I can say I am ambassador because I have gone through it, I understand it, and now I have come out of it, I have survived it.
And you're now helping those who are still struggling with it.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, even myself, to say to be an ambassador, I can say I'm an ambassador of epilepsy because due to how I looked myself, even when before I start treatment in epilepsy clinic, I was thinking that it is only myself who was suffering from this condition. Even my life, I was seeing that my life has been interfered with. But even myself, when the epilepsy brought out into my life, it was after all of my parents were not were also already dead. So I couldn't have somebody to ask where this something like this, where it came from, because even myself, it started on my point at the age of 13, and that is where it started. It came at the age of 13 years, and that is the first one. Then it stayed for another one full year. When it came to now, when I was 14 years old now it started with a lot of vigorous. So that is when it started coming, when how these people were now telling me that what is happening to you? Even myself now, I was wondering, what is this?
So how did it start? How did you get to know that it is epilepsy? But again, I would want us to go to the first time.
The first time
experience.
Yeah.
How did it manifest itself?
Me, on my side, I can say that I just went to fetch water in the tap. By that time I was having a bicycle, and I was fetching that water, putting them in the bicycle, bringing them to where we were staying with my brother. So me, I just find myself in the house, because I just fall down at the water point.
Oh, you went to fetch water and then you...
That is where I fall down. So my colleagues were the people who are surrounding me, and the one who they ran out up to where my brother is staying, and they called me. That Daniel has fallen down. So he has fallen down, and he's struggling there down, doing a lot of unique sounds. We don't know what's happening to him. So my brother came up very fast, but when we reached the point, already it has been pulled. Yeah.
Okay.
So me, but my consciousness was still not there. So me, when I come back to my consciousness, is when I was in the house. So I was asking myself, I went to fetch water, but how comes I'm in the house? Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. What I went to do, I've not done. So I asked my brother that what has happened to me, because after that it left me with a lot of headache. I was feeling a lot of headache, but even after that, I was not even talking. I was just talking little, because I didn't know what happened. What has happened to me? Now that is how mine started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she can narrate how hers started.
As for me, by then I was in class 8. I was in school. We were in class with our teacher. What I remember, we were learning science. By then it was called science. So what happened there, I cannot explain well. Because when I came back to my senses, I was sleeping somewhere. My colleagues were all around me. And then my teacher asked me, Pauline, are you okay? In fact, I became very sad and very rude to him. I asked him why. Don't you see I'm okay? He just told me cool down. Just explain to me what is wrong. Me, I told him what I can feel is just headache and I'm not strong enough. Nothing else. He asked again, are you sure you are okay? I told him, yes, I am. In fact, I think I'm very brave in some things, because I just told him, yes, I am okay. And we went away. We went back to school. That was around June. We were heading to our KCP. After that, it did not come again. The second time, it came when I was in secondary already.
Now, at the point when it started for both of you, what did people say?
I think if I can react on that question. On our side, in Lowland, most of people always they were saying that epilepsy is not a disease which can be treated. It's something which has been brought up with it from somebody else. So it is something like a curse, or it's something you are just passing somewhere and you have passed something there. So that is where you have got this condition. Yeah, they were calling it a Lowland. Somehow I just can't brief it. Yeah, in a Lowland it is being called a Ndulme. Something like that.
Yeah.
So people were just telling us, telling my brother, because at that point I was just with my brother.
Yeah.
So they were telling him that don't try to take this boy to the hospital, because this is not something which can be treated in the hospital. So they start working with me to the witch doctors. That is where I started.
To the witch doctors?
Witch doctors, yeah.
And the witch doctors, were they doing anything?
Yeah, they were doing their part. But me, I was not interested in what they were telling me. Because the kind of the drugs they were giving me to use, I was against.
They were like giving you what, for example. But they telling you to bring a black hen.
No, there was a time there was something like when I entered into a witch doctor's house, and I was told to sit down there. But when I sat down with the witch doctor was just having a small shot here. Then on the other side, there was something like a dog, a small dog which is talking.
A dog talking?
Yeah, a dog talking there. So I was so embarrassed.
You were scared
of it. Yeah. So I was told to introduce myself
to the dog.
To the dog. I refused. I refused completely. So he told my brother that this boy is not ready to be held. To be held. So go and talk to him again.
To come and talk to the dog.
So when we left that place, I told my brother, I will never go back there again. I will never. I cannot talk to dog. I don't know how to talk to dog.
Yeah.
As for me, when it happened the first time, by then I was in boarding school, so even my parents did not know about it, because it happened, and after that nobody else saw it again. But now when it occurred in secondary school, that's when many people noticed it. The first things when I was told, you are bewitched. There is somebody who doesn't like you because you are very bright in class, and he saw that you'll defeat their child there, so they bewitched you. Thank God, by then my parents were Christians. So as for the witches, I don't remember going to any witch myself.
Yeah.
But we just said, let us pray. Yes, we prayed. Thank God is good. And I say he helped. But also there's the medication part. Because now it became more and more. When it became more, that's when this one tells you you are bewitched. The other one tells you you went to somebody on the road. You saw somebody urinating somewhere and you got through it.
Right.
I was told like this. I just laughed. I was also becoming very fearful by then because I was wondering what is happening to me. And the funniest, another person we met, he asked me, I remember he was a guy somewhere. He asked me, by the way, who told you that you have been falling down? Do you know that person well? Do you see that friend of yours you stay with? Go and ask her what she has done to you. I was surprised now. What does it? Because I didn't. Because by then even many friends were avoiding me. But I had one who was very close to me. But funny enough, I didn't. But this one who asked me, you have gone through somebody's urine and passed through it. I became fearful. You could see me walking by then. I usually went looking down, to make sure I don't cross another. To make sure I don't cross another one, so that it doesn't go on. But through it all, may I say, in secondary, because my teachers also started, because let me take you back, Dogo. Primary, after the first attack, in fact, I did my KCP. We did very well. I passed very well. We went to secondary. So after this now, even my brain started going back. Because I was not learning, ever stressed, ever fearful, ever just looking at people and very vigorous. You could not tell me anything. I could curse you in any way. That's the way I became. But when I understood everything, all these things got away. So another teacher asked me, who did your exams for you? Because you are not the one who performed the KCP results were not yours. I felt bad, but I said it's okay. These ones of bewitchment were the many who told me that. But funny enough, someone else told me, you didn't give God his portion. I asked him which portion. You know, you should be, what was I told? Even I don't remember, but there were many funny things. So some of them my mom was just looking at them, but I think my mom was the one being told much more than me. Because by then I was still a small girl. I've just gone to secondary. I'm very disappointed, so I didn't want to talk to many people.
How did the immediate family take it?
The immediate family.
Yeah.
That was the worst time I saw about those people. They were very close to us by then, but when this started happening, they started talking behind our backs. That family is not good. That family has been bewitched. So my parents, first of all, they felt very bad. They became discouraged. They did not have anything to do, so they just said, let us pray about it, but they became very annoyed about it, but they could do nothing, because what could they do by then? By the way, I'm a third born in my family, so I have two above me. So they all were just scared, ever around you, because they don't want you to fall somewhere else. In other words, you feel so protected, overprotected. So you don't feel you have any time to do anything for yourself. Wherever you go this way, don't go this way. Do this, don't do that. A full 15-year-old girl, that is a teenager. You are protected like a child of 3 years. How do you feel? Let me ask my madam, how can you feel?
You feel very frustrated.
Yeah,
and I think you feel frustrated with life because this is not something you have caused on yourself, but people are looking at you like you are vulnerable.
Yes.
Yeah, and so in other words, we are saying that the society stigma on people can really bring them down.
Yes.
Yeah, what about the immediate family? And you said that unfortunately both your parents had already
passed away.
So how did
they remain. I can, on my side, I can say the immediate family. I can say some of them take it negatively, but majority take it positively, because they already seen some of the conditions before me. So some of them were just giving out some ideas to start with. But what I really knew that what they didn't have was just the perspective of the treatment of epilepsy, if this kind of condition can be treated in the hospital. That is the part they didn't have. But they tried. When it started, they tried. Even my elder brother take it from there positively. Even with his wife, because they were the one who me, I'm the last born in the family. So at that point, I was the one who was staying with them in the primary school. At class 7. So I was just, but they take it positively. They start going up and down. But the problem which was coming up was there was no positive change. So I was so being embarrassed. So I was so sometimes I was so being discouraged. When I'm told today we want you to go there, I'm saying I'm just telling them, no, today I'm not going. Let us just leave me. If it is a matter of death, I will die like my parents. So that is what I was telling them. Because I was so I feel I was fulfilling my life has been interfered with. So I was saying, hey, will one day I will be back again whom I was before. I never knew I can be like today, the way I'm talking to you today.
How does one get to know that they have epilepsy? What are the symptoms of epilepsy?
The symptoms of epilepsy, sometimes even before somebody has not started even falling down, because epilepsy are coming from in different types. There are types which are forced to somebody to fall down, but there are some just starting in the body part. Somebody doesn't fall down. So you will just see somebody being absent-minded, where somebody was sitting like the way we are sitting now. You will just somebody was doing something, but all of a sudden the mind has just gone outside. So he said this outside, somebody has gone absent-minded totally. And you will just see somebody doing unique things which are not even in order. Like we will see somebody just picking something, doing unique different things. Some unique things which are not supposed to be even in the even somebody like we can even tell somebody to take tea. I can just use my colleague here, Pauline. I can tell her, Pauline, why are you not taking tea? But he's just seeing me like this, looking at me, which means the mind is not there by that time.
And
so that's a point.
At that point, is Pauline aware when you're telling her the mind is blank?
He's not being.
Can she be?
No, that is why he's just looking at me, because the consciousness has gone down.